of Wheel Power Pack Motorsports.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Tonight, we've got competition of a different kind. Monster truck racing from the home of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be something that the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium has never seen before. We've got over 30,000 fans here in the stadium to witness this competition. It's going to be wild and crazy action, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the All-American Motorsports Series. Well, first we had qualifying in the monster trucks. Then we went to our first round of eliminations. Now we are down to 8 trucks. That's 4 heats. Then we'll go, of course, down to 2 heats, and from there to the finals. It ought to be a knockdown, drag-out battle here at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. Back to the action. This could be a good one developing right here. Remember the Dane boys out of Texas don't like to lose. Either does Dale Hancock with the Crimson Crusher. All right, gentlemen, bring your trucks to the line. The red light is on. Al Goss ready with the switch. He makes sure it's thumbs up from both drivers. Here they come, they're racing. Here comes Awesome Kong. Here comes Crimson. Oh, Awesome Kong's got some problems. No, Crimson Crusher's got problems. Awesome Kong has got to stay on the outside lane. Crimson Crusher's going to gain right here. Here they come. Right down to the finish. Right down to the finish. Here they go. Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Awesome Kong, Jeff Day. Unbelievable. Oh, he has broken. It looks like he has broken something. All right, we're going to try to get Mike Snyder down here at trackside. You can see as Awesome Kong went over that last set of cars, a big part laying on the track. Mike, what happened to Awesome Kong?
It looks like he had some problems with his steering on the front end, Dave, and then he also had a transmission leak, so we sent him outside to get him ready for the next round.
All right, can he get fixed?
I think he can. It's going to take a lot of work, but I think he'll be back.
All right, good luck. All right.
Southern Storm out of South Carolina with Robbie Giles at the wheel will be going up against one of the best, John Green and Mad Dog.
Yeah, you might be looking at my truck and notice it's a little different than most of the rest of them. It's got the top cut off of it. The reason I've done that is so I can see a little better when I'm racing. I can see all the way around the front of the vehicle instead of just out one door. I think it's an advantage when you're racing, because when I center up on the cars, I center right in the center of the car when I hit them, and not just to one side. I know where I'm at. I think it helps me a lot.
Southern Storm against Mad Dog. Southern Storm against Mad Dog. Here they go. Here they go. Southern Storm against Mad Dog. Mad Dog, John Green. Whoa, 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 whoa. Southern Storm against Mad Dog, and what a finish it was. Mad Dog barely winning it by just a couple feet.
A proven champion, Steve Dane and King Kong, lining up with a spoiler, Dale Harris in Casper.
When we were younger, my dad was involved in motorsports, and he got us involved with different types of activities like motorcycling, go-karting. We had lawnmowers used to do 40 miles an hour. We put car tires, regular 16-inch, 15-inch car tires on lawnmowers, and they found out it made them go faster. We enjoyed that. My brother Jeff, who owns the trucks, he's into all types of motors, anything that revs up high and builds horsepower. He likes it. And one day he asked me if I'd drive it about 6 years ago. I enjoyed what I was doing. I just had a heck of a time doing it, traveling around the country. And here I am 6 years later, loving every minute of it. I don't get an adrenaline flow from a motorcycle, which I have 3 or 4 of them. It's just adrenaline flow, and I get excited, and I love it, and it's man and machine, and there's a hell of a lot of machine there, and just to control something that big gives you a damn good feeling.
Steve Dane against Casper. All right, Casper, the friendly ghost, Dale Harris. All right, and what are you going to do in the finals now?
Well, he's number one. He's the best. He's good. But I'm going to try to put it on him tonight.
All right, good luck. Yeah, all right, Dale Harris out of Pearl, Mississippi, feeling mighty good about the finals. Steve Dane against Casper. All right, Casper, the friendly ghost, Dale Harris out of Pearl, Mississippi, the 80 Toyota against the Ford of Steve. No! Look at this! Oh, wow! Unbelievable! Oh, look! Oh, King Kong and Casper, they're rocking soccer back and forth. This is wild. This is crazy. Uh-oh, here comes Awesome Kong. Yes, right to the end. Yeah, oh, my word. I'm not sure who won it. I don't know. We are not sure who won it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is great monster truck racing, and they've seen a super race here in Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. Wheel to wheel, we don't know who won it right now. We'll give you the results here in just a moment. Very close from our vantage point here at trackside. The drivers side by side, wheel to wheel, non-stop action. I tell you, it went right down to the wire. Dale Harris out of Casper, Mississippi. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause here in Atlanta. Yes, whoa. Well, Dale Harris, first we say congratulations. We're going to ask you to take the helmet off there because we want to get to see your face here. I tell you, you were one cocky driver before this race got started because you took your kudos and bows before you ever went to the line. You must feel very confident.
Well, when you got the good Lord, and he's your driver and he's your co-pilot, and he gives you grace, you can do whatever he feels like it's right for you to do.
Yeah, all right, Dale Harris out of Pearl, Mississippi, feeling mighty good about the finals.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlotte, North Carolina, to Monster Truck Nationals. Plenty of action this evening as the top monster truck in America have gathered at Charlotte for your enjoyment. We'll be getting into action in just a few minutes. Casper out of Mississippi for the Toyota cab. Dale Harris. Goldust Express for the Ford cab. So far in the second round of eliminations, we've had two Fords come out. The one from Texas, he advances. Now we got a Ford coming out from Michigan going up against a Toyota out of Mississippi, trying to stay alive on the Red Man Tour. Hill. Mississippi in the white truck, Michigan in the brown. Who's it going to be? The winner stays alive. Toyota, the Casper. Both drivers doing some real heads-up driving. The Mad Dog of John Bream out of Missouri comes in the building. He'll be going up against the 4x4 Modern Day Outlaw. Buster Guffey driving the Modern Day Outlaw in Little Rock, Arkansas. John Bream doing the driving of the Bream Boys Racing Team Mad Dog 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet out of Jefftown, Missouri. First round eliminations. So far, the two Texas Fords have advanced. Jeff Carter clears everything. Now they look to the end of the track, to the flashing red light for it to turn green. John Bream. Once again, both drivers running tight quarters. John Bream, the Mad Dog Chevrolet, advances in the elimination. In now, what's happened. He has an oil or transmission line of some kind loose. That is not oil, and his transmission fluid. It's getting an exhaust header. I don't know what the problem is. He's out of South Carolina, runs a construction excavating company over there. Chandler Lloyd having a problem with the GMC. So it'll be the General Motors battle, GMC in the black vehicle, the Clydesdale Chevrolet carrying the blue colors. What's going to happen? They're looking at the red flashing light on the end, waiting for green. They've got it. Oh! The Clydesdale trying to pull him back, not able to do it. All right. Who do we have coming in the building? 4 people. King Kong. Chevrolet. Stomper. Texas comes up with a Ford. How about it, Ford people? Let's hear it for King Kong. All right, Chevrolet people, how about for the Chevrolet Stomper? Mike Witt is going to starting line. If he loses this one, he goes on the trailer. He has got to put a whole shot on the King Kong Ford. Both drivers trying to make sure all 4 wheels are straight as can be. Witt looks out the door out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, out of Killeen, Texas. Steve Dane getting ready to take his shot. They look for a green flag. Turn the ignition off. Turn the ignition off. Mike Witt comes out of the vehicle. He is okay. Is the ignition off? Ignition off. Okay. And the Stomper goes over. You all right? Okay, you get the, is the ignition off? Do you know? The ignition off? Okay. Mike Witt right here on the spot. I want to thank all the other crews. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like we say, these guys are out. It is a war. Let's give Mike a round of applause. Mike, come here a minute real quick. Mike, you doing okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It'll sink in later on tonight.
Said it'll sink in a little bit later tonight. What exactly happened? I mean, earlier in qualifying, we noticed you were getting a little bit late of a leaving and you're charging on the end. You had a good run going until you got to the last jump. What exactly happened there?
Well, the last jump, I hit it hard enough that the back wheels, when we got above the front wheels, then when I started stopping on the brakes, it flipped it over.
So the brakes are what caused the problem. When the truck got over so far, when you hit the brakes, it tipped on him. Ladies and gentlemen, he's okay. He's a tremendously fine young man, a friend of mine. I'm glad he's okay. Let's hear it for Mike Witt out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, in the Stomper Chevrolet.
That's it for Stomper tonight. Massive repairs will have to be made before it can run again. We have a real family feud coming up. King Kong with Steve Dane at the wheel going after his brother Jeff Dane in Kong. They look similar, but these are 2 very different vehicles. Kong is powered by an Allison V12 fighter plane motor mounted in the back of the truck.
One will stay alive. We're into the semifinals. They drew each other by qualifying teammates, brothers, Steve and Jeff Dane. Vehicle, close to the announcer stand, the most powerful monster truck in the nation. Allison aircraft powered, going against a Ford powered King Kong. Awesome Kong, King Kong.
Steve Dane beats out brother Jeff in a tight race right down to the finish line, and King Kong advances to the finals. He'll face either Casper or Mad Dog in the championship heat. Let's find out who it will be.
Coming in the building, the Mad Dog of John Green. Green comes out. He and his brother Bob broke out of the Jeff City, Missouri area. Mad Dog, first to build a truck specifically for competition. Coming in the building now, out of Pearl, Mississippi. Dale Harris, a Casper Toyota. we're back in the program by virtue of the brake rule. John Breen psyched up. His brother Bob sits on the side of the track, staged and ready to go. Green Boys Racing Team, keeping your eye on the flashing red light. Chevrolet, how about it? Toyota, where are you? Here we go. Watching the light. Green coming out. John Breen. Breen hangs on. Well, the final will be set up. It'll be the Chevrolet, the Mad Dog, going head-to-head with one of the awesome Fords out of Texas. Texas going against Missouri in the final.
The finals are set. The King Kong Ford facing off against the Mad Dog Chevy.
Who's it gonna be? Ford, King Kong out of Texas. Steve Dane doing the driving. Here's a Chevrolet, the Mad Dog Chevrolet of John Breen, coming in to do his battle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. It's been Chevrolet versus Ford, GMC, Toyota. It came down to two. ATV racing at its best. We hope you've had a good time tonight. They're psyching each other up. Both drivers ready. They are going to pull a trigger on you, believe me. No love lost between these guys. They've got the ultimate respect for each other until right now. They are going to go for each other's throat. How about my Ford people? It's a last hurrah for you right now. All right, Chevrolet. Where are my Chevrolet people? Here we go, side by side. Watching for a green light.
King Kong wins it all, but not without almost getting a little love tap from Mad Dog. It takes heads-up driving to keep these monster powerhouses under control, and we've seen the best tonight in Charlotte. Let's go down to trackside and talk with winner Steve Dane and Mad Dog driver John Breen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ford out of Texas. Steve Dane takes the win. Now, hey, this is Charlotte, North Carolina. This is racing. That's what it's all about. How about giving him a big round of applause? Congratulations go to you, Steve. You did a fine job. How did it feel when you're going up against John and that Chevrolet in the final?
Well, we raced before. We were always tough. He wins some, I win some. He's a hell of a competitor. I like the guy. We had a good race there. I don't know what happened towards the end. It was really close. But I have to thank him for the good race. I want to thank everybody for coming out here. I love it, North Carolina. Thank you very much.
For all you Chevrolet people, here's a man that was driving for you, John Breen out of Missouri. John, a real fine run. You went through a tremendous field of competition to get into the final against this Texas Ford. What do we have to say about it? You fellas put on an old-time Southern-style shootout out there.
Hey, what can you say? He's quick, but we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll try it again.
I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you love Chevrolet, here's the man that carried the colors for you tonight, John Breen out of Jeff City, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Charlotte. We hope you enjoyed yourself at the Monster Truck Nationals as the Texas Ford takes the win in a last-minute shootout with a Missouri-based Chevrolet.
Welcome again. My name is Orlando Juarez, and I take great pleasure in welcoming you to tonight's presentation by Curacao's Monster Madness 92 in Curacao.
First on the line for today's Monster Madness competition is the Carolina Crusher, a 1,400 horsepower Chevrolet Silverado built in Wadesboro, North Carolina, and piloted by Gary Wiggins.
Well, on coming a trip this far away, you really got to do a lot of thinking and sitting down, really, because you don't really know what you're going to break. You can't pick up anything on the island, so we try to bring everything we need if something will break on the truck, like one of each. The stuff that we figure might break, like axles and stuff, we try to bring two of each. It's really a hard decision on what you break, you hope that you got everything, and if you don't, you hope that one of your competitors have it, and maybe you can borrow it from them.
Gary has pushed the 496 fuel-injected Chevy to a solid qualifying time of 3.66 seconds. John Moore is ready to stand up to Bigfoot with another monster Ford, an 1,100 horsepower Bucking Bronco.
The enthusiasm that showed here and all the people that have come out, this truck is going to go all out every day that it's run. For as hard as it is, for whatever it takes, we're going to do 110% for these people down here. I enjoy coming here. This is not my first time here. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to do a good job for them.
There he goes. John lost nearly a full second to the Carolina Crusher, and that could be a costly margin. With its flashing eyes and fangs, Snakebite is not only a real crowd pleaser on the monster truck circuit, but its mysterious driver, Colt Cobra, is a hit with the fans too. And Colt is coiled and ready to strike.
Now here in Curacao, I believe that monster truck racing is really taken on. This is my first time here. I know monster trucks have been here in the past. So far, I really enjoy it. The fans are really enthusiastic. Even though I don't understand everything they say, there is a universal language being spoken here. I think everybody really enjoys it, and it's here to stay.
Not only is Snakebite a favorite of these Curacao fans, but he proves the 1,000 horsepower Ford packs a little venom too, with a sizzling 4.18 second run that appears good enough to keep him in the thick of the action for today's Polar Monster Madness competition. Everything's bigger than life in Texas, and that's where King Crunch calls home. Rob Grossman is hanging on to 1,000 horses under the hood, and there's no doubt he's raring to go.
I have never seen such an enthused crowd as what I have over here. I mean, I'm real impressed with the crowd that we got and the turnout of people. It's impressive.
This big Chevrolet is #1 with the fans in the Dutch Caribbean and is no doubt a favorite for the finals. Jack Coleman, owner of Taurus, has been here for 5 years.
No, it's definitely extra worry when you're out of the country like this. We carry a lot of spare parts with us, but you just don't know what may give away, you know. It may be that piece that you don't have. And yes, that's a big concern, but even though that is a big concern, we still give them the 110% as they expect. .58 seconds makes Taurus the #1 qualifier today, and the fans are loving it. The first big test of today's Polar Monster Madness #5 is coming up in a matter of seconds, as each competitor, paired by their qualifying times, goes head-to-head, side-by-side, over hills and cars in a race for the championship. The trucks have to weigh at least 10,000 pounds. And these monsters all run on gas or alcohol fuels. There's no nitro in monster car competition. So what you're seeing is raw four-wheel drive power. It's awesome, and it's risky. But the drivers are well protected with helmets, neck braces, and fire-retardant suits and gloves. Taurus and Snakebite are lining up for the first run. And here it goes. Who won? It's hard to tell with the way the dirt's flying here at Curacao's Polar Stadium.
And we'll have to take another look while the fans hold their breath. It was a close run. Will the favorite stay alive? And there it is, Taurus by a tire length. They don't get any closer than that.
Great run, great crowd again in Curacao.
Yes, the crowd is wonderful. You know, the track's feeling pretty good. You know, the truck's handling real well. Snake was right there, but Taurus came out in front.
It looks like the crowd is thinking upset, but we'll all just have to wait and see if Gary Wiggins has cleared up those earlier problems. Uh-oh, it's fairly obvious something's wrong with the crusher. And I guess we've got that upset after all. So it looks like King Crunch is going to move up to battle again in the semifinals. Maybe it's the warm Caribbean climate, maybe it's skill, or maybe we're talking about just plain old good luck.
Rob Rothman of King Crunch, that was quite an upset you scored.
Well, it feels good to be in the winner's circle for this weekend. As much troubles as I've had with the truck. Unfortunately, Carolina Crusher happened to come to the line with some breakage too, so I did get the win though, and I feel real good about that.
We're back to the semifinals here at Polar Stadium in magnificent Curacao. And Taurus, who almost got snake bit in the first round, appears ready to take on the challenge of the surprising King Crunch. A better than expected run by the King could spell yet another upset in today's Monster Madness, changing the whole complexion of what has already been a truly exciting day. We'll have to take another look at that one, but it didn't appear to be all that close. At least not as close as it could have been. But in monster truck racing, it's close enough. And it wasn't.
But Eldon, that exciting ride put you right in the finals.
Yeah, we're here one more time. We've got it from last night, and here we are again. Hopefully we can come out on top again.
How do you feel the truck is responding?
Truck's actually responding real well. It's a little rough on the second set on the landing, but it's getting a little bit of air there, and it's taking it pretty well.
You know you are the great favorite of the people of Curacao, and we're watching you for the great final in another few minutes.
Monster trucks aren't the only excitement in the Polar Stadium today. How about just plain monsters, like the car-eating Tranzilla? Kids love this bizarre attraction, and Monster Madness makes kids a #1 priority in their family-oriented shows. The only shows on the circuit aimed at all ages. Things couldn't have turned out better in beautiful Curacao today if you'd written a script. Fans have been waiting all year for the big showdown, and here it is. Taurus, the most popular contender in the Caribbean, the granddaddy of all monster trucks in a winner-take-all showdown. Pride versus history. Nearly 3,000 horsepower between them. This is the race of races in monster truckdom, and here they go. Oh man, it's out of the pits in a blaze of thunder and nearly over before you know it in a spectacular photo finish. Man, oh man, it just doesn't get any better than this.
So Taurus wins it all with that magnificent ride we just saw. How did it feel like?
Oh, it feels excellent. You know, the crowd's behind you. You just want to go. I want to thank everybody for having me here. I want to thank Stuntman Promotions. I want to thank Jack Willman for giving me the opportunity to drive his truck, and thank everybody involved.
Wasn't that the best race you had of all the races you had here in Curacao?
Yes, it was a very good race, very close race. Probably, like you said, one of the best.
So Eldon Depew of Granite City, Illinois with Taurus is the winner of the Monster Madness in Curacao. And Felly will give him. Taurus is the champion of Monster Madness 92 in Curacao in the Dutch Caribbean.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, with an
Crusher driver Dale Hancock is gunning for a victory tonight, and he'll pull out all the stops.
Where's our Chevrolet fans once again? Chevy!
Keep an eye on this Ford. He built it for one reason. That's to be the #1 Ford in the country.
Overtime in Crimson Crusher. They're ready and waiting for the flagman signal. The track officials are lining up Mad Dog and Clydesdale. The winner will face Crimson Crusher in the next heat. John Green would like nothing better than a chance to get at the Crusher. Clydesdale is the only thing standing in his way.
Put his brakes on when he came across the final mound of dirt. I thought for a while we were going to have our second accident here tonight. Mad Dog got on the brakes real quick when he came over the final mound of dirt, and it picked that back end up, and for a moment it looked like he was going to upset. Mad Dog, he'll be coming back.
The next heat is between the Texas Toy and Casper. Texas Toy rolled over no problem with no problem. But Casper comes to the starting line untested. Casper got a bye in the first run. All Dale Harris had to do was make it over the track to qualify for this round. As they line up, Texas Toy has to be considered a heavy favorite to win this one.
Out of Mississippi, they call him Casper, named after Casper the Friendly Ghost, Mr. Dale Harris. So in this round of semis, it'll be the Toyota out of Mississippi going against the Texas Ford side by side. Again, the winner stays alive. The loser goes on the trailer. Advantage would have to be to the Texas Toy, lining up left side, long wheelbase. He got a straight shot out the door. The camera crew backs away. Casper will go after him. Kind of like Pro Soccer, going up on the RPM. Casper comes out, takes a shot. An upset, ladies and gentlemen. The Texas Toy goes down. Casper advances.
And Casper upsets Texas Toy in a tough fight right down to the finish line.
I got both barrels loaded, and I'm coming for it.
All right, you really nailed it off the line. You didn't waste any time. Awful lot of excess bouncing out there. Does that concern you?
Not a whole lot if the truck can take it, because the good Lord's with me. I got his grace, and we're going to go for it tonight.
All right, let's hope he's with you later on. Dale Harris and Casper, he's going to be going against some awfully good trucks in this class.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ford versus Chevrolet. One more time. And I got a feeling it's going to be one of the best races of the night. Right here, Dale Hancock going against John Green. No love lost. Believe me, Green comes out. He's got the neck race. He'll be working the far side of the track out of Missouri. Dale Hancock, the Crimson Crusher out of Evansville, Indiana. Best in the Midwest. We're coming back to you one more time. How about it, Ford people? You still believe in yourself, don't you? How about my Chevrolet people and the Mad Dog of John Green? Green backs up. Both drivers, they've been here before. The pressure's on them. This will be the last qualifying run in this semifinal round, side by side. One will advance. One will go in the trailer. Who will it be? The Crimson Crusher Ford or the Mad Dog? Heartbeat of America, Chevrolet of John Green. They're lined up. They're ready to go. They want the flag at the end of the track. They start to fudge a little bit, starting to roll. Green looks up. It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. The red man, All-American Military. Driver goes over. We need to hit the fuel shut-off. We need to kill the engine immediately. We need only the track personnel there. Only track people, no cigarettes in the area, please. Be advised, we need no cigarettes in the area. We need the track crew to take the case front end loader to get it squared away. Ladies and gentlemen, the track crew is prepared for events such as this. Dale Hancock, we understand, is okay. We can see him moving around inside the vehicle. This is motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like the roll cage. He comes out. You know, a lot of people, when they come to these things, think you're going to see kind of a show. You're seeing motorsports. You're seeing American racing. Dave Grimm working his way over to get an interview with Dale Hancock. But a very well-constructed vehicle, about 23,000 pounds of weight coming down on Dale. He comes out of it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. You saw it on tape out there as the truck did a barrel roll. Dale Hancock, first off, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I guess the roll bar helped out some, you know. I got a cage laying at home that I just bought that I went and picked up yesterday at the truck lines. That's probably what brought me bad luck.
All right, now what happened down there at the end? You really went at it tonight, awfully good run, but you came over and all of a sudden it happened so quick.
Well, I knew I was in trouble. I was on the brakes and it was standing up on its nose. And I was scared. I knew I needed to get back on the gas, but I was scared this crowd was right there and I couldn't see them. So the only thing I could do was just keep stopping because I was afraid if I gassed it, I'd run over them.
It all sort of happened, it looked like in slow motion.
Yeah, it felt like slow motion.
All right, well, I tell you, we're just glad and the good Lord willing that you're here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's a lucky guy. Let's give him another round of applause here. Louisville, Kentucky, Dale Hancock, the Crimson Crusher. Congratulations, and thank goodness you're here right now to talk about it.
Well, what happened? Who won?
Welcome to Pocono International Speedway in Pocono, Pennsylvania, home of the Winston Cup Series and the NASCAR Stars. But today, Pocono takes on a new look. 24,000 tons of clay dirt has been dumped on the front straightaway to make a power track combination. Not enough? Then how about monster trucks? As the two-day event came to an end, the rain began, but that didn't stop the monsters, so get out the umbrellas.
I tell you, a good run for the track truck. Alan Pizzo, Millington, Michigan, the first track vehicle here today. The brand new Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter. Okay, we'll get both the guys up to the starting line side by side. One of these guys is going to go on. The other one, he's not going to go any further here today. Two top vehicles in the nation, the Virginia Giant and the brand new Carolina Crusher. Okay, waiting for the green light. We're off and running. Gary Porter. Let's give him another big hand as he comes up by another round. Gary Porter. Brand new 1991 Chevrolet Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. And like I said, that's the one without any lettering on the orange and the yellow and the red one. It's coming up to the line. Steve has Columbia City, Indiana. He's at the line. Kid Raring, the Thunder Chicken coming up there. The red light is on. Soon as the green light goes, that's when the competition will start. The Nightmare. Okay, the Nightmare, I believe. And then, well, the Nightmare, Steve Hess out of Columbia City, Indiana. I'll tell you what, a beautiful looking truck. So coming in number one in qualification, the Carolina Crusher in the tire trucks, and number one in the track trucks was Predator Tracks. the Predator, Alan Pizzo. The Equalizer, Deal Wilson. Okay, the Chevrolet at the line. The GMC pulling up, waiting for the green light. Here we go. The winner will move on. Look at this. I'll tell you what, you're looking good.
Dill Wilson put the Equalizer in the top spot in the Tracks division.
I'll tell you what, a very impressive run for Deal. One of these guys, boy, look, I'll tell you. The Carolina Crusher, the far side. Over on the grandstand side, Gary Porter. On the pit side over here, the nightmare of Steve Hess. Okay, well, one of you people is going to have a bigger smile after this round is over. Okay, they're bringing him up to the line. Gary Porter, Steve Hess, they're at the line. Look at this.
Gary Porter with Carolina Crusher takes top spot in the tire division and will take on Dill Wilson's Equalizer Tracks in the third and final round.
I'll tell you what, Steve Hess gave it all he had. If Gary Porter would have messed up just a little bit, Steve Hess, that was a good close round. And here comes the guy that's going to move on, Gary Porter. Okay, they say we're ready. The final round, Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher. Getting the carbon all cleaned out of it. Deal Wilson, the Equalizer. Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher. Head-to-head, the final round. Which one's going to be the band's truck at Pocono?
No competition at all. The Equalizer Tracks gives way to Gary Porter. The Carolina Crusher takes the win in the Monster Truck Shootout. 24,000 tons of clay dirt turned into a super speedway mud pie. But that didn't stop the show. As the umbrellas came out, so did the monster trucks. 12 monster trucks, 24,000 tons of dirt, and 6 inches of lane equals the biggest mud show in Pennsylvania.
And thank you for everything it's done. And then we have a few words.
Last night in the St. Paul Civic Center, a monster truck battle to the death. Gravedigger put away both Bigfoot and King Kong to win the 10-truck elimination. And the monster trucks are back this afternoon in St. Paul for another battle royal.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Texas against Minnesota. Rick Young out of Prior Lake, Minnesota with Barely Tame, a 1979 Ford. Going against King Kong number 3, Steve Dane out of Killeen, Texas with King Kong number 3, the 1986 Ford, a 460 cubic inch Ford engine. It'll be Ford versus Ford, a knockdown, drag-out battle. Let's turn it on, Minnesota. Let's go, you Gophers. Cheer on the Minnesota. Here he comes. They're ready to turn it loose. Here he comes. King Kong comes over. Look at him go. Look at him go. Hey, he's really down. He's almost ready. Well, Barely, and Barely Tame has come to a halt on that last car. King Kong number 3 making it look easy. Did you see the tire speed that he had? He had lane choice. He went for the left lane. We're going to need a loader or a forklift to pick up Barely Tame.
Gentle Ben with Jim Bowman at the wheel will be up next against Doug Spanier in the Master of Disaster.
Here they come now. Master of Disaster. The Master of Disaster from Albany, Minnesota, Doug Spanion, is going to win it. And he beats Gentle Ben. All right, now we go to Leadfoot. Remember, it was Leadfoot that had all kinds of problems. Ron Dennis from Flagstaff, Arizona. And you can see again, Leadfoot has got problems. Let's give him a nice round of applause, everybody. The Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter, out of Wades Bowl, North Carolina. Leadfoot has got all kinds of problems here tonight from Flagstaff, Arizona. The engine is hot. He's hot under the collar. He said, what do I got to do to win this thing?
Leadfoot loses the front left tire, and the Carolina Crusher advances to the second round.
The Dane brothers have their family here tonight at the Civic Center Arena in St. Paul. They'd love to win this for Mom and Dad. Two beautifully prepared Ford trucks with Chevrolet engines in them. Awesome Kong and King Kong. So far, they're 1 for 1, and they want to make it 2 for 2. They're going against the Dodge. This should be pretty much a hands-down win for Awesome Kong number 2. Let's see what happens. There goes! And they're on their way now. Here they go! Awesome Kong's got problems. Here comes Bad Man. Here comes Bad Man. Look at Awesome Kong. No, I don't know. This is going to be close. Oh, my word. It was a much closer race than we had expected. Awesome Kong had problems getting off the line. But he does win it. He wins it by a matter of feet and seconds.
Awesome Kong wins it after a slow start. Jeff Dane will have his work cut out for him to get the engine primed for Gravedigger.
The Dane brothers from Killeen, Texas are looking awfully good. But remember, the Gravedigger now is going to move in on this next round of heats. King Kong now going against the Master of Disaster. King Kong 3 being driven by Steve Dane, the Master of Disaster. Doug Spanion out of Albany, Minnesota, the 1984 Chevrolet. Texas against Minnesota. Here we go. They're up and up. Here comes King Kong number 3. There he goes. King Kong number 3 up and over. On over. Here goes Master Disaster. There they go. King Kong 3 continues on. Well, this is a match, well, it's made in monster truck heaven. Awesome Kong going against the Gravedigger. Remember, the Gravedigger had a bye because he was the fastest qualifier. I'd call it a heads up. Gravedigger's wild and crazy, but Awesome Kong is as well. Both drivers will put their foot into the accelerator and go like the devil. It's anybody's game. Here we go. Awesome Kong has decided he wants the right lane. How many of you like Awesome Kong? How many of you like the Gravedigger? All right. The Gravedigger has the thunderous applause of the fans here at the Civic Center Arena. He's the pre-monster truck race favorite. Let's see what happened. Awesome Kong doesn't want to lose. He didn't come all the way from Texas to lose this race. Gravedigger from Virginia. Anybody's ball game. Push the pedal to the metal. Turn it loose. Power against power.